What is up, everyone? I'm gonna have like no one on here because I don't do live videos, but I'm gonna try this one out. I'm gonna try it out because I honestly didn't feel like hooking up all my equipment on my computer. But yeah. So this is gonna go file underneath the Magic the Gathering. Sorry for my talk with me hanging out. Like, this is gonna go under the Magic section because I'm curious of what's going on. So right now we're in a funky time. Yes, I know Exelon's been kind of dull, and I've been trying to figure out ways to spice it up for people. Every other game I have going on right now is huge. It's going like super well. Dragon Ball Super, Destiny, HeroClix. Can't give anything else. Maybe there aren't any others. But regardless, it's just been like, Magic's been in a weird spot, right? So, I think, okay, maybe it's just, our shop doesn't, like, have, maybe what people want, and they're just going to other places, which is understandable. And that's fine. But it's crazy. I went to another shop, and they were having issues as well. And then now I've been talking more and more to people, and I've been hearing about all these shops in our community are like practically bribing people to come. Like, for you to show up, my glare is killing me. For you to show up, they'll give you this and that. And it's like good things, like really good things. Free stuff, just for playing, or tournaments that are giving out big free prizes. And this is great for players, community-wise. This is great for them because they're like, yeah, I'll go. But far as business-wise, these companies, stores, whoever it is, gotta be losing their mind. Like, I haven't done any of this myself. I'll give out, like, cool prizes and stuff like that, but I won't run, like, a free tournament and just lose all the money because sometimes, it's just not the best way to go. Maybe, some of these places can afford that, but by people talking, talking to owners and talking to workers, they all express differently what they feel is they're not doing well off. And they're doing these things to get people to come back and do things like that. So to me, it just seems weird, and there's been a lot of drama, at least in our area, a lot of different stuff and different players, and there's always bans and stuff like that, and it's weird. I'm not getting that with a lot of the other groups of gamers I'm dealing with. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and if it's just our local thing, or is this happening everywhere? Now, I'm not shitting on Magic. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I love supporting Magic. I think Wizards of the Coast, I mean, you can say what you want about how they make the game or whatever, but far as like backing players and supporting stores, they do a lot. They give out a lot, and they have a lot of events. But as you may have noticed, they're doing more and more to pump up Standard, and they're trying to get Standard again just in the forefront, and it's like so much that they're trying to do with Standard. These challenge decks coming out, that was a big uproar, good and bad. I mean, people were happy about it because, the access to stuff. Some people hated it because they already have these decks and they spent money on it, and now they're going to get devalued. But you clearly can tell Standard numbers are going down. So my question is Magic actually having some issues right now? And I know people might say, oh no, Standard is only having issues, Modern isn't, whatever. I don't know. If that's the case, that's cool. But I mean, it feels like they kind of pride themselves in Standard. And it seems like it's just not working. Again, maybe it's just our area. Again, I thought maybe, hey, it's just our store. You know, we are very successful in other games, and maybe that's just how it's going to be with Magic. And we get our, you know, decent turnouts when we have like a good event going on. But when it's a normal, we're drafting Hexalon again, a lot of people don't really care for that, you know, because they're kind of bored. So what I'm trying to figure out is, okay, what's our issue and what we can do. You got to always evolve and adapt. And I have been changing things. I'm running different types of Magic events this month. We're going back to some few old sets. We're going back to, we're going to do Unstable, because a lot of people loved Unstable and they're asking me to do it again. It's sold out everywhere. I know one distributor that has it, and they're going to make sure I get some. So you do got to make some changes to help those locals that want to play. But for the most part, everyone seems pretty bitter right now about Standard. And that's what I'm kind of worried about. And the same thing happens every time. Like, okay, when Dominaria comes out, is it going to change everything? Are we going to be cool? You know, and it does always change for a second. But, again, I kind of just chopped it up to, okay, you know, maybe they, you know, my vibe at the shop, because we're chill. We don't really have, you know, you could be yourself at the shop. Cussing's fine, as long as it's not like extreme and you're not hurting anyone and stuff like that. So people like that, but you know, some people may be uncomfortable with that, and that's fine. And if that's not your cup of tea, it's not really the place for you, and that's okay. Because you know, I want people to be able to express themselves, but of course, not go too extreme. But you know, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's the thing. A lot of different types of people want to play other places. And then now I'm talking to a lot of players or bumping into them in other places when I'm out and about or at a different shop or whatever, because, you know, I do get comics and stuff like that. They're telling me, yeah, like, everywhere is hurting. Everywhere. People are not getting the turnouts they should be getting. And if people are telling you they are, they're mostly, or you know, if it's an owner or if it's a worker, a judge or whatever you want to call it, they're mostly lying, because the players are like saying dead honest, like, yeah, I was there and there was literally this much there, or we all went because they gave out all this, you know. So definitely it's not normal, you know. It's not a normal thing to try to bribe people to come to your Magic. That's a very odd thing. People should just want to play, but that's the thing, is I think people are a little bored of playing. So that's my thing. I don't know. I mean, this is just a little rant on it. But waking up today to a lot of Magic stuff, a lot of Magic news from our locals and stuff going on. And over the weekend, seeing a tournament, and I was like, damn, this is pretty good, man. Got a decent turnout here. Then you realize it's all for free, and people all came out just to get free stuff. And normally, like, a lot of people are like, yeah, normally I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for free. And that's where it's like, okay, is something up, you know? What changed all this, you know? And is it going to keep changing? Are we going to see it get worse? Are we just going to see these patterns like normal? I mean, this has gone on here and there where we'll go up and down, up and down, up and down. But I think most recently we keep hitting down more than anything. So I don't know. I'm not looking for answers really, but just kind of wanted to vent and see. I don't know. A lot of people don't comment too much, but people have ideas of what do they feel is going on. Again, not trying to shit on Magic. I hope things get better for everybody. But like I said, I thought maybe it was just me, and I'm like, I'll just stack my chips all on my other games that are very successful right now. I have a ton of orders right now this week for Dragon Ball Super coming for set 3. We're on fire with that. Destiny came out a couple weeks ago. We had a ton with that. We could usually, on the drop of a dime, I can message everyone and say, do you want to do a draft for Destiny? And everyone will want to, because the draft now is legal there, and we have all the stuff we need for it. But I forgot I have to order something. Damn it. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I don't know, you know, it's weird. And Masters 25 is coming out. I'm getting a lot of orders for that, but I do see a lot of bickering on all the Facebook groups and stuff like that about it. I see a lot of modern, strictly modern or EDH that don't play standard. They seem to be upset about it a lot. Maybe because they think it's going to hurt it or will bring more people to their game. And that should be a good thing, but I think sometimes they don't want, like, posers, I guess you could say, coming to their game. And now you can literally buy a couple of those boxes and have some good stuff. I think it's all good, but talking to customers, other players, it does, you know, and you also talk to people on Facebook, in groups and stuff like that, and they give you their opinion. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, and hoping to get some kind of idea what people think, but we'll never have the real answer. We'll never know the right answer. I just hope that Magic can stay and become the force it becomes. And I know there's going to be people that'll be super biased when people have argued, when they said, like, you know, Magic dropped millions of numbers within this year or whatever it was. Something stupid, and people got really crazy and pulled out, you know, got behind their podiums and were like, nope, I'm a Magic fan and it's not going anywhere. And I get that because, you know, you care about it, it's your game. But I'm just trying to be realistic and unbiased in the middle, because, you know, being a shop owner, you're just a bartender. You serve whatever they want. You don't go, you know, you don't give someone a drink at a bar as a bartender. Go, you sure you want that, or you really want to get this? You really don't do that. You just serve and let people do what they got to do. And if there's a calling for a certain game, you do it. And if you got enough people, why would you say no? If it's My Little Pony card game and there's fucking 15 people that want to play it, and you're going to be like, nah, I don't like that game really, or that's going to be dead in a couple months, who cares? Do it right now. If it dies in a couple months, great. You just supported your community for a couple months best way you could. And that's how it always should be done. But with Magic, you know, it's just as soon as you bring it up and people, almost like in a negative light, they're these real guys that just live and breathe. They got tattoos of it, you know, and I'm there with you when it comes to, like, you know, things you're passionate about, and they don't want to hear anything bad. But sometimes you got to understand the criticism and the speculation and the worries and stuff like that. I don't think it will ever go anywhere. I think the best thing that will probably happen is Hasbro not owning it. I think that will change things. I'm not happy that Masters 25 looks like they're going to have the draft packs at Walmart. I think that's not the money right there, because that affects us as store owners, because, you know, we usually have exclusive stuff that only you can get to us, and now we're competing with Amazon, Target, Walmart, all these different places, so it's just not good. Pops are like dead in the water for stores. I don't know why any store would carry Pops at the price you're paying compared to what Target and Walmart are paying and what you're selling them at. I see them marking them up for like $15 sometimes. I'm like, oh, like, you could literally go on Amazon and get it for like $7.50. So that it's just, yeah, I don't mean to ramble on about it, but like I said, I'm not looking for, you know, people to stand up and be like, no, how dare you talk about Magic? It's going nowhere and it never will. And it's like, cool, I get that, but I'm saying the realization of what's going on right now. Is this something that is worrisome? And again, I know it's a pattern that happens all the time. It's not like, no, dude, like, this is Magic, it does this all the time, blah blah blah. But it's been a little weird. It's a lot, for at least for this community and where I live at. It's odd for me to see the way it's been lately. A lot of the big popular guys that I remember a few years back, like big names for our community, you know, they would drive and together and go to all the big tournaments and stuff. So many of them dropping out now. Some, they don't play, and I don't know. It's just one of those things, you know, where It's just one of those things where I just don't know quite how things are going. But that's all I have to really vent about. So, I don't know. There's nothing I really no answers I can get. But mainly just want to hear people out. And as doing this as a business, I just kind of got to roll with what I roll with. That's how it's always been. I just hope it gets better for that and for the community. At this moment, I could get rid of Magic right now and be fine, but I don't want to do that. Like, I literally got off the phone with another player, and they're like, just drop it. I do it Fridays and Saturdays. I feel like Magic should be your premier days, Friday, Saturday nights. And they're like, do this on Saturday, do that on Friday, because I'm sure you'll get this and that. And I'm like, I just don't want to. I don't want to do it, and I don't want to knock them down and be like, oh, we have another event, because people will come for big events no matter what, whether it's store championships or pre-release, or if I make my own event or whatever. But when it's a casual, hey, we're just doing a standard $5 entry, people are just like, no, I'm not feeling that. Pauper, has been good. It's been like a nice little breather for people, but as far as like that being the same as standard or modern, it's not. It can't hold a candle to it. So, which I appreciate people that play Pauper, and we have a lot now. That's great, but it's not the same. So yeah, there's no answers for me to get from this. It's just mainly like venting and being like, it's shocking to me that you understand when you're kind of like, yeah, we're not doing great in this area, but we're doing great in this area. But you find out everybody's like struggling with Magic. Then I'm like, okay, this isn't normal. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. And again, it might go back up again when Dominaria comes out. Problem is, Exelon's not going to go anywhere. But hopefully something will change. I'm hoping something will change. Just mainly for the customers and the fans, just so things could be better. But we'll see. That is it for now. I just did this on here. We'll see how it works. Sorry about the taco meat hanging out. Thank you for watching if you watched. If you have anything to say about it, chime in, please. I'm trying to work with this. We're doing podcasts now. We did our first HeroClix one after a big event. It's doing very well on our traffic. I just checked on it and shows we are above average and all this stuff. So I'm really happy about that. I would like to do a Magic one. I just couldn't really cover too much because I don't play it myself. I try to cover the games I play, and I do have space and room for volunteers that want to, but we'll see. So we'll be doing another one soon, but it won't be Magic. It'll most likely be just shop talk. But we'll see. But if you watch, thank you, and that's it. Bye.